Hello students, so welcome back to Hello students, so welcome back to the video part number 3. Okay, so in this video, so let us discuss the concept called angle of repose. Okay, so the concept is, so when you consider a body of mass m, okay, kept on a smooth surface, let us say, so that it can slide over the smooth surface at any time. So below that again we have another supporting plane here. Okay, now in between these two planes, so the angle made by two planes is equal to theta. Okay, so this is called actually the angle of inclination, in fact. So particularly the angle of inclination theta is also called angle of repose. So in what condition we call this angle of inclination is called angle of repose? That is what you have to understand in this video. Okay, now so look at the diagram. So forces on the block sliding down an inclined plane at the constant speed. So that means if you are having a mass m on inclined plane, so what are the forces acting on the body? So that diagram we can understand here. See, first of all, the body of mass m will have the mass weight that is equal to W is equal to m into g, and then perpendicular to surface of the body we have normal force, and then suppose if it is about to slide, what is the frictional force? About to slide means it is experiencing the maximum static friction. What is that maximum static friction is called? Limiting friction, okay? That is equal to Fs maximum. Okay. Now, so now we can justify the forces on the block are its weight W and normal reaction N and frictional component forces. So what do you mean by that frictional component forces? See, if you consider the frictional force as now equal to Fs maximum, okay, and then the frictional component forces are due to its weight. Okay, so weight can be resolved into two components here, that is mg sin theta. So mg sin theta is parallel to the plane and mg cos theta perpendicular to the plane. So that is what we can understand here. The weight mg is resolved, okay, because it is not in any x-axis or not in the y-axis. You have to resolve into x and y-axis. So the weight Wmg is resolved into two rectangular components, that is mg sin theta parallel to the plane and mg cos theta perpendicular to the plane. Okay, so they are called actually the components of the weight mg. Now in these two forces, particularly if you consider mg cos theta, so look at the diagram. Mg cos theta is exactly opposite to the normal reaction, isn't it? So that is what actually balancing with the normal reaction. So the component mg cos theta balances the normal reaction n. So that you can write mg cos theta is equal to n. Okay. So equal in magnitude. Balancing means they are equal in magnitude. So when the block just starts sliding, so when the block just starts sliding, so corresponding angle is called angle of repose here. Okay, so it is not even sliding, it is not even completely at rest. Okay, just about to slide from the rest position. At any moment, if you increase the angle of inclination, so it is just going to start sliding. So that particular angle is adjusted here. Okay, so now when the block is just start sliding, the corresponding mg sin theta, okay, this mg sin theta will balance with the frictional force here. Okay, that is the Fs maximum. So you can write mg sin theta is equal to Fs maximum limiting friction. And you know, limiting friction is defined as mu s into n. What is this mu s? Mu s is coefficient of static friction. Okay, n is the normal reaction, right? So coefficient of static friction mu s is basically defined as Fs maximum divided by n. So by cross multiplication we can write like Fs maximum is equal to, so that n into mu s, right? Okay. Now how do you balance the forces along x and y axis? So along the x axis, first you look at the total forces along x axis, sigma Fx. sigma fx along this x-axis. Okay, I'm taking this as x-axis here. So mu s n, so that is mu s n balanced by fs maximum. So minus mg sin theta. So fs maximum can be considered as now mu s n minus mg sin theta, because it is in opposite direction, right? You have to write it as minus mg sin theta. So when these two forces are acting in opposite direction with equal magnitude, we can say sigma fx is equal to 0. That means along the x-axis there is no movement. Okay, the body is not moving along x-axis. So sigma fx is equal to 0. Okay. Similarly, along y-axis the body is also not moving. What are the two forces balancing along y-axis now? Sigma fy is equal to n minus mg cos theta. You have to consider n is the upward force. Actually, you are considering normal reaction like this. Okay. It is balanced by downward force. That is mg cos theta. Component of weight is mg cos theta now. So n minus mg cos theta is also equal to 0. Okay. So along x and y axis, like that you can consider the total net forces. Net forces is sigma fx and sigma fy. Okay. So if I take the equations number like mg cos theta is equal to n as 1 and another equation fs maximum mu s n is equal to 2. Okay. Then you can divide equation 2 by equation 1. So dividing equation 2 by equation 1, what we get? You see. So mu s into n, isn't it? So mu s into n is there. So dividing by this equation n, so we will get only mu s, right? N cancels here. And further, if you consider fs maximum divided by 1, so that is also fs maximum by n. You can write that part also here. So that finally mu s is equal to fs maximum by n. Clear? So now similarly you have to divide in the left hand side also. Left hand side what we have? Mg cos theta, here mg sin theta. So dividing 2 by 1, mg cancels here. Okay, mg cancels, left with only sin theta by cos theta. Okay. So therefore sin theta by cos theta you will get the ratio of sin theta by cos theta is also equal to what? Tan theta. It is also equal to tan theta. So what do you mean by that now? So mu s is, you know, coefficient of static friction is directly proportional to, okay, tan theta only. It depends upon, it is also equal to tangent of theta. What is theta here? Angle of repose. Okay, static friction between the block and the inclined surface is directly proportional to tangent of the angle of repose. So that is what you can understand it. Mathematically, mu s is equal to tangent of the angle of repose. Okay, what is the angle of repose? Once again, you see the definition mentioned here. The angle of the inclined plane at which a body placed on it just begins to slide. You have to understand that it just begins to slide is called the angle of repose. So theta is now called angle of repose. So in that condition, okay, the static friction mu s is equal to tangent of that theta. That is what you can prove in this concept of discussion. Clear? Okay. So I will see you in the next class with how the acceleration of a body changes along the inclined plane. So you can consider two cases there. So with friction and without friction. Okay. So let us discuss that two cases in the next video. Okay. See you in the next video then.